Hello everyone, once again karibuni sana. My name is Joe Kinywa and this is Top 10 with Joe. Now today we are going to look at the top 10 most awkward moments on Kenyan television. But before we do that, please kumbuka kusubscribe. Television interviews can be quite challenging because there are so many factors that come into play for an interview to be successful. I mean, how the host drives and controls the conversation to make sure they don't push that sensitive button and everything spirals out of control, then the host remains there trying to salvage the situation. Usually there is no script, so the host solely relies on the responses of his guests, and sometimes what you expect is not what you get.
10.
Our number 10 is one of those interviews. I mean, we've seen heated debates during interviews that have kept us on edge, from overreacting to a misunderstanding because of the mood at the moment. And most of them, tunakuwaga tukiziangalia zile za walk out, and we've seen it happen twice. The very first one was Boniface Mwangi when he walked out on Jeff.
The office where I report to is not activism.
Oh, speaking of activism,
yes.
Look who just showed up.
Yeah.
Everybody shows up on this show.
And this is the time for me to walk out.
No, you can't walk out.
I can walk out.
Boniface, you can't walk out.
You invited me to have a discussion,
Look,
and I'm done with my discussion.
but we just can't have a one-sided discussion, Boniface.
No, you invited me and told me to come alone. No, you can't lie.
We have to have someone else. We have to balance things.
No, but you lied to me.
I didn't lie to you. I didn't know he was coming. Does he have a mic on?
Huh?
Does he have a mic on? I didn't know he was coming.
No, I can give him my mic.
Kachini. Don't be. Let a mic.
This man was accused of hate speech.
I know. That's why we need to talk about it.
No, so he can talk about it by himself.
Oh, Boniface.
Dude, man.
Boniface.
You come for love speech. Let him enjoy it. No.
He's abused me too on air.
Very good.
But that's not the one I'm talking about. The one that really stood out for us was this guy. Unajua mpaka wa leo miujiuliza what really act him. But you have to admit, whenever Moses Kuria is talking, you never know what to expect.
Very important. This fair to Kenyans and not just about my opinion, right? This is not just about my opinion.
Okay, let's play the footage.
All right. Thank you.
Question voluntarily. Again, I repeat.
Okay, we say we get it.
Moses Kuria, the man, of course, at the center of this controversy, will be having that discussion after the break.
9.
A lot of times we've seen people engaging in heated arguments, but they usually restrain themselves from engaging physically. But kuna wale watu, they know how to chomoa those two insults that push those two sensitive buttons. But there is this one that is talked about by everyone. Yes, I'm talking about the famous slap that inspired some songs like this one. There was this other one, This one, na 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 ooh wee, ay ay ay. I'm not really sure about that second song, but you know how it goes, So have a look at this. Now, I don't know how it is with these millennials, but me, when I was growing up, it was very uncomfortable watching people make out on TV. Those were the moments where either ujipe shughuli ama upewe shughuli.
8.
Number 8 is the Mombasa Raha woman, Gertrude Mungai. Now, imagine you're seated there, the whole family, and then this pops up.
Okay, let him fold his legs a little bit and do the thumping again. At this time, you can move it as fast as you can.
Sometimes it's very hard dealing with superstars, and especially when you're dealing with international artists. I mean, these guys, wengine wanakata kutoa shades, but that's one thing I've never understood. Some of them don't even show up, and if they show up, they're either tired or in a hurry. And it's even more awkward when the host is interviewing their crush, like this guy.
With me in studio tonight. This is Conscience. I'm so excited I could scream right now. Karibu. That means welcome. Welcome to Kenya. Oh, yeah. See, he knows the Swahili.
But that's not what I'm talking about. Our number 7 is the soft-spoken, sharp-looking Luo man. This man went ahead to become one of the most intriguing, smooth-like operator TV hosts. This man would smile and laugh at anything and anyone until he met Davido, a rich, spoiled Nigerian kid. Take a look.
So that said, what is the craziest things any of your fans have done? Anywhere, not just in Nigeria, but around the world. Oh, he's whispering something. They're whispering something. They clearly know something. Apart from
I mean, you could see Larry struggling to get his attention, trying everything he can. But nah, this guy just wasn't into it. Our number 6 is one of those interviews that made you stare without blinking, thinking to yourself, what? I mean, to a point, even the host herself agreed this one was going to be tough. Betty had to create an imaginary better half. I mean, Prezo didn't know what he was being asked, what he was saying, where he was, but as they say, the show must go on. That interview created a lot of buzz on KOT.
I understand that you are... Oh, great.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, Prezo.
I love your dress, it's very nice.
Thank you, Prezo. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I was told that by, my better half before I came in. So.
Yeah.
Thanks, though. Okay, fine. This is bound to be the hardest interview. I'm not going to be seating. You're the one who's reading.
My mother raised me better than that. Please have a seat.
Most prominent people watch themselves on TV, and sometimes they see these false, bogus accusations about them, and they're like, sasa watu wa media. But it's only one person who had the guts to do something about it. And I hear she started the slapping business kitambo sana, smacking the hell out of journalists. But you must admit, the way she raided Nation Media Group is still one of the most awkward moments talked about on Kenyan television. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about the late Lucy Kibaki. Just imagine her being your mother.
One point, slapped Katie and cameraman Clifford Derrick hard across the cheek, wondering why he was taking pictures. She also instructed journalists not to take any notes and confiscated a cell phone from a journalist who was sending a text message.
I heard that you are looking for me at Mudaika police station.
Our number 4 is one of those oops moments. Most of you might not agree, but it can happen to anyone. I mean, there you are, walking in Tao, then kidogo, the button on your trouser decides to depart from your trouser, then kidogo, you feel like you're sagging. By the time you know it, oops, iko huko chini. But I'm sure it left us with a lot of questions like, who's responsible? Who is getting fired? Is it the one who chose the wardrobe or the one who bought the trouser? And you must admit it was very, very awkward for the bodyguard. I mean, there he was wondering, do I pull it up? Do I move to the front and block the view? But then again, I have the entire full view to myself. I mean, these guys are not trained to handle such things. Pranks are meant to break a tense moment, and usually the end justifies the means. But it can be a bit awkward and tricky if the means do not justify the end. We might end up with this.
Run.
Now, on Top 10 with Joe, we usually have a script that I read and interpret, and then I narrate it to you guys. The difference between Top 10 with Joe and the news presenting is that most of the time the news presenters just present what pops out on the auto cue. Now imagine this, there you are seated presenting the news. Kumbe, the news you're presenting involves you directly, the news presenter. And because it's your job, you have to do it without flinching, without a doubt. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you guessed it right. I'm sure it must have been a kind of funny feeling when she was presenting and then she realized, hiya, kumbe this is my news. By the way, she would have used that time to explain it to us how it really happened. And I know you expect me to present it with some oishe feelings, some facial expressions, but come on guys, the courts found her innocent and she's back on our screens.
Now, police in Nairobi are investigating the murder of a businesswoman found dead at her rented apartment in Lumwera Gardens, Kilimani area this morning. The lady, identified as Monica Kimani, was chatting with her brother last night before she suddenly went silent. Worried of her whereabouts, the brother visited her house to ascertain her safety, only to find her body in a bathtub with the head chopped off. Her body...
Our number 1 moment has a quite interesting build to it. I mean, we all remember how Kenyans were disappointed. The whole country was waiting for this massive showdown in the presidential debate. I mean, we all went home in a hurry to beat the traffic so that we can watch the presidential debate, only for it to end up being a presidential interview. Why? Because only one person showed up. But the highlight of this whole drama was the stunt at Uhuru Park. Kenyans were gathered in large numbers and we waited. Where is Kalonzo? No one knows. Where is Weta? No one knows. And then, again, finally, only one man arrives, Raila Odinga. I mean, I'm sure after all this drama, we were like, awkward. And we know how this whole thing finally ended with the drama at the airport. I'm not boarding. I'm not boarding.
I'm not boarding. I'm not boarding. I'm not boarding. I don't have a passport. I'm not boarding. I'm not going. Where are my luggage? Where is my passport? I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere.
What?
The captain cannot fly. The captain cannot fly.
Put down.
The captain cannot fly. The captain cannot fly. The captain cannot fly. The captain cannot fly. You have to kill me. The captain cannot fly.
And that's it for today, ladies and gentlemen. Kumbuka, if there's anything you feel we've missed out, please feel free to comment hapo chini. And remember, subscribe, and share.